بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، حبيب إله العالمين بالقاسم المصطفى محمد، وعلى أهل بيت الأطهار الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. قال الله الحكيم في محكم كتابه الكريم: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر. ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر. تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام. سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات. Inshallah, this year will be the year of the reappearance of our beloved Imam Mahdi Ajalallah Ta'ala Faraj Sharif, with the blessing of another loud salawat. Inshallah, all of us gathering tonight will be amongst his companions and his sincere soldiers, with the blessing of another loud salawat. First of all, let us all congratulate our beloved Imam Mahdi Ajalallah Ta'ala Faraj Sharif on this auspicious occasion, the birth anniversary of our second Imam, Imam Hassan al-Mushtaba alayhi salam. And praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that by the blessing of this birth, He will give us the best gift that we are praying for and we are waiting for, and that is hastening the reappearance of our beloved Imam Mahdi Ajalallah Ta'ala Farajuhu Sharif. It's been 14 nights we're talking about Dua Makarimul Akhlaq. Always it's easy to say a theory, that we believe in a theory, we believe in ideology. But when we look at a history, if we can find examples within the life of individuals who have applied this theory, it strengthens our belief that that theory it's possible to be applied. It's not only saying that it is good to be good individual, it's good to reply bad with good, and having high moral traits. Talking about it, it's good to talk. But when we look at individuals within history that have been illustrated within the life of Ahlul Bayt alayhum salam, how they applied the teaching that they did promote. Talk is easy and it's cheap, and actually it's free. But when it comes to action, it shows that this theory is doable or not. Tonight we're going to look at some of examples for life of Imam Hassan al-Mushtaba alayhi salam. To see if the theories that we talked and the phrases of Dua Makarimul Akhlaq that we talked in previous nights, are they doable? Can we do it? Do we have example from the history and from the life of Ahlul Bayt alayhum salam, so we can be proud that whatever we teach, whatever we preach, whatever we got as a heritage from Ahlul Bayt alayhum salam, they not only said it, they not only pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant them that good moral and that moral high traits, but they applied it themselves also. Couple of stories from the life of Imam Hassan alayhi salam, and then inshallah we'll look at some of ahadith from this blessed Imam that we can take home, and we can promise Imam Hassan al-Mushtaba that we don't have any gift for you that is worthy of you, but we can promise you that at least these ahadith, this heritage that you left behind, we as your follower inshallah we will try to apply it, and that will be the best gift that we can give to the Imams. Because no matter whatever gift that we try to give to the Imam, still it's not going to be to their value and to their status. All of our gifts are very, very bare minimum that we can give. our characteristic and our akhlaq, if it changes of what they need from us to change, that is the best that we can offer. Please let's have a recite a lot salawat and move forward inshallah. Another loud salawat for the reappearance of our beloved Imam. Three stories. One, about not having takabbur, not being arrogant. We asked within the phrases of dua Makarimul Akhlaq that we have been taught by our fourth Imam, we ask, oh Allah, give me, elevate me, exalt me, but help me not to become arrogant and not to become mutakabbir. Why? Because we have to think of our shortcomings and our failures and our flaws. Imams of Ahlul Bayt, if they become mutakabbir, they are worthy of being mutakabbir. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one of his attributes, one of the names of Allah is al-mutakabbir. He's allowed to be mutakabbir. He should be mutakabbir because he has everything. From him everything comes. Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, Allah has given them everything, but at the same time, they are not mutakabbir. They are the most humble individual you can find within the history. One day, Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba alayhi salam is walking. Let's have salawat by his name. And he see a group of beggars, poor people sitting on the streets, and they're eating food, a little bit of breads that they have. They say, oh Imam, join us. Hearing the stories of Ahlul Bayt, wow, mashallah, very good stories. But I have to see how I can apply that story to my life. Join us, eat with us. What would I do? Would I go with them? As an individual, well, I'm a scholar, I have knowledge. My prestige doesn't allow me to eat with these people who are poor people. If somebody walk past us, what are they going to say about me? And unfortunately, that has become a bad standard for us. What do people say about us? This is how we change our lifestyle. I don't do this because of what people say. I do this because of what people say. People have become a standard, and what they say has become a standard for us to change our lifestyle, to change our characteristic about what they want, not what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. Let us change. Let me change. That no longer I should care about what people say. I should do what is haqq. I should obey what is haqq. And I should promote what is haqq. And I should care less about what people say. Imam gets down from his ride. He sits with them. And he sits in a way that people cannot differentiate between Imam and the other people. He eats with them, little that they had, and then he invited them to his house. Because we said, when somebody does something good to us, we return it with what is ahsan. It is mustahab when somebody says salamu alaykum to you, you say wa alaykum as-salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You add to it. Not he said salam and you said salam. No, you add to it and you give them back with what is best. Imam invites them to his house. He feeds them with the best of food. He clothed them with the best of clothes that he had, and then he let them go. How many of us we can do this? Or I have set a standard for my life that people that are lower than my status, they are afraid of inviting me to their house. And if I go to their house, they are very, very uncomfortable because they see of me to be very arrogant. And they do whatever they can to satisfy me. But I still have that arrogant in me. Imams of Ahlul Bayt did not teach us that. They learned from Rasulullah, and Rasulullah learned from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Many stories, when people would come to the Masjid al-Nabi, the first masjid that was established, people will not be able to identify which one of them is Rasulullah. They would not be able to identify. Clothed the same as he would clothe as them. When they would sit within a circle, he did not have an appointed seat for him. That, okay, this is my seat. I am sitting higher than everybody else. So if we see a head of a government, an Islamic government, that is claiming that they have the Islamic government and they're applying it, but they have higher status even within sitting, we know that they're not following the teachings of Rasulullah. Rasulullah sat with the people. Imam Hassan eats with the beggars and the poor people. Where do I stand in this scenario? Another story from the life of Imam Hassan alayhi salam, how they did apply Makarimul Akhlaq to the best. And they applied it and then they preached. Imam Hassan alayhi salam had a small sheep. You know, they are very nice to have. Small sheep as a pet or something to be within a house. And he liked that sheep. One day he came and he saw the leg of the sheep. Somebody has broke the leg. He felt very bad. He really felt upset. He asked, who has done this? One of his servants, he said, Imam, I did it to upset you. We talked day before last night. When somebody upset us, when somebody wrongs us, how should we return? 4 ways. You break leg of my sheep, I'm going to break your leg. This is number 1, that I do to you more than what you have done to me. Number 2, 1-to-1. Number 3, I forgive you. Number 4 is what Imam alayhi salam did. Imam said, you are free for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imams of Ahlul Bayt, if somebody comes to you and argues that Imams of Ahlul Bayt, they had a lot of slaves. They had a lot of them. They used to buy slaves. Tell them, yes, they used to. They used to buy them, educate them, and free them. Buy them, educate them, and free them. Look within the life of Ahlul Bayt, how many thousands of slaves they freed. They had to buy them. They cannot, if it's your slave, I cannot free them. I have to buy it from you. From their own money, they bought slaves. They educated them. They trained them with the highest level of morals. And then they freed them into the society. This is one example. Imam said, you try to upset me, I will upset the one who ordered you to upset me. And that is shaitan. Shaitan came to you to do something to upset me. I'm going to upset him. I'm not going to let that to get into me. I always tell my kids, if somebody wronged you, don't wrong them back. And I give them this example. I tell them, if a dog bites you, will you run after the dog to bite them back? You bite, I'm going to come after you and I'll make sure and bite you back. We don't. We don't pay to dog the same way that they did to us. Why we do it with human beings? If somebody did something to us, we have to pay it back. A teacher told his students, go and bring a bag around your neck. As many people as you hate, bring tomatoes and put in this bag. One individual hated one person, he put 1 tomato. Other hated 2 people, 3 people, 5, 10, based on different people. That can be a good example for us. How many people do I hate? And he said you have to keep it around your neck for 2 weeks. You have to. As a homework that you have to do. Well, the ones that had more tomatoes, it's like burden on their neck. Everywhere they go, there's a plastic bag with the tomatoes. And 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, this thing became rotten and started smelling bad. They said, oh, can we take it off? He said, no, 2 weeks, you have to keep it. After 2 weeks, they let it go. They said, okay, we're free. He said, the same way that you keep the hate toward people in your heart, this is what it's doing to your heart, but you don't smell it the way that you smell this tomato. If we think it a little bit within this mindset, that we don't hate, we don't bite the dog back because he bit us, or we don't chase them, and we don't do exactly what they do, why do we do to human beings? Imam said, you want to upset me? I'm not going to get upset. Not only I'm going to forgive you, I'm going to free you for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How does this person will react to Imam later on within the life? Wouldn't this person, as soon as the Imam says, give your life for me, they will give their life for the Imams? People who gave their life for Imam Ali alayhi salam, for Imam Hassan alayhi salam, and for all the Imams, let's have salawat by their names. Why they gave their life for the Imam? Why? Because they saw these characteristics. Don't we want to have those kind of followers also? Don't we want to have that crowd also within school? Why our younger generation within high school, they're going to all of these bullying and they want to be with the famous people and with all the athletes within the school, and they want to be the popular boy or popular girl? Why? Because they want to be noticed. They want to have people around them. Good akhlaq brings people around you. Good akhlaq makes you popular. This is what happens with the life of Imam. They are an example for us. 72 people sacrificing their blood for you, it's not easy. Somebody might come and say, okay, Sheikh, we like you, thank you so much, good lecture. That much. If I tell them, give me $500, not that much we like you. I mean, we like you, but not to that. Here you go, $50 and the show will be good. That is how much we have a relationship with the people. I tell them, okay, come and sacrifice your life for me. How many people will do it? Nobody. Imams of Ahlul Bayt, not only people believed in them because of their faith, because of their akhlaq and what they had done to them. And we have within how they forgave them. Hurrabna Yazid al-Riyahi with Imam Hussein alayhi salam. He comes and he says, oh Imam, I'm here for forgiveness. Imam doesn't tell him, I have forgiven you. He said, raise your head. You should not have your Lord. Forget about what happened. You brought me to Karbala. You are the reason why I am here. You repent, you repent. That's it. I want to be the first one to go and sacrifice myself. Imam says, permission granted. My wife does something wrong to me. I keep so much hate in my heart, and that ends up 1 hate, 2 hates, 3, 4, 5, and then we call the Sheikh for divorce. She wronged you. She did not become worse than Hurrabna Yazid and what he did to Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Did she? She did not become worse than the wife of the Prophet who poisoned him. But still, Rasulullah did not treat them bad. These stories are for us to take, ponder, and put one story into action. If we take 52 stories from the life of Ahlul Bayt, we had one more action plan from last week. Every week, one haq from Imam Sajjad alayhi salam. We can do every week one story from the life of Ahlul Bayt that relates to our life that we can implement. This is it. Somebody wrongs me, not only I forgive them, I do something good to them better than them. I'll free them for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what we learn. And these stories, when I was going through the stories, try to get only 2, 3 because of the amount of time that we have. One story beautiful than the other one. Another story beautiful. Another story with more actionable items for us. Last but not least story, and then we go to ahadith. Muawiyah did what he did to promote and to plant hate into people's heart toward Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam and to his family. One of the things that he did, see how he planted. The same thing, we have to use a strategy and plant the seeds of the love of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam in the heart of our kids. Probably you have heard it. He used to give a baby goat or a baby sheep to the people, to the kids of Kufa and Sham. He would give them. And these kids will play with these baby goats. They are very nice, very small, little animal, like a pet. They will play with them. He let them to enjoy it for a month or 2 or 3 for a period of time for them to get used to these baby goats and baby sheeps. And then he will send a very gigantic, ugly looking, very nasty looking guy. He will take that goat, snatch them from the hands of the kids, and he will slaughter the goat in front of the eyes of this kid, and he says, I am Ali ibn Abi Talib. What will happen with this kid? how much hate he will have toward Ali ibn Abi Talib. These were the kids that when they came to Karbala, after decades, they said, we kill you, O Hussein, because of the hate that we have toward your father. You see how he planned? How much we have worked hard to plant the seeds of the love of Ahl al-Bayt alayhim salam in the hearts of our kids. How much we have done it. One thing that you can do. Action items. Every birthday of Imam, we have 14 Ma'soom. You want to take your family to the dinner or a lunch out. Make sure you do it on the birth of Imams. It's easy. We're already doing it. It's this, you did something good on the birthday of the Imam. Every birthday of the Imam, on that day or day before, we are going to take the family for lunch or dinner outside. They're going to start remembering. They're going to wait for the birth of Imam to come. The birth of Imam is the time that I'm going to buy you gifts. You want to buy for them gift? On the birth of Imam, I'm going to buy you gifts. On Eid al-Ghadir, I'm going to buy you gifts. On 15th of Sha'ban, I'm going to buy you gifts. On the birth of Fatima al-Zahra, I'm going to buy you gifts. And the rest of the Imam, we're already buying them gifts. Why we don't gift them by the name of Ahl al-Bayt alayhim salam? So they see a gift, this was done by the name of Imam. An iPad was bought for me because of the birth of Imam. How merciful is that Imam to me, that my father, because of his birth, gave me the gift. That's how you plant the seeds of the love of Ahl al-Bayt alayhim salam in their heart. Because if that love is in their heart, you can be assured that when they grow up and that love grows with them up, they're not going to go astray. But we don't have the love of Ahl al-Bayt in their heart, and we want them to be religious. Religious on what basis? Religious on who's their role model to be religious? If we have not telling them bedtime stories, the stories of the life of Ahl al-Bayt alayhim salam. That becomes another action plan. At any given age, why don't we tell bedtime stories to our kids? Why don't we? We don't have enough stories? We don't have it? This will be a very good project for one of you guys that wants to do a charitable that is continuous. If you're looking for it, I have this project in mind for a very long time. To publish a book, 365 stories of the life of Ahl al-Bayt in one book. Because I did face this challenge. Every night I have to tell my kids a story. Either me or my wife. We run out of stories. Every night we say Ahl al-Bayt, Ahl al-Bayt. And all the stories we knew, okay, we went through all of them. We need a set of new stories that we don't know yet. So I had to go, alhamdulillah, knowing Farsi and knowing Arabic, we had many more sources that we can get more stories. And that helped us. If we start publishing books, getting it together, it's already there for one of these young people that have free time. And you have computer, iPad. Start putting all the stories together and I will help you organizing it. And then we find a sponsor to publish this book. Every family, we give them one book. You don't know what to tell your kids? You run out of stories? Here's 365 stories from the life of Ahl al-Bayt. How much influence those books will have in the life of these kids? We can do it. Every time somebody reads this book, we get the thawab of it. How easy is that? But somebody has to take the initiative that we want to do something for these kids. For the next generation, we are, alhamdulillah, we can say somehow we are secure. Even that idea in our mind, even if I'm age 80, that idea is wrong. That alhamdulillah, I'm religious. Shaitan is not going to come to me. No, shaitan is going to come to all of us. Even if you're 120 years old, shaitan is going to come to you. Don't think that shaitan says, okay, this person is retired, I'm going to let him go. No. Shaitan doesn't take retirement from each and us. He's with us until last breath, as we said last night. But we are better in keeping the religious of Ahl al-Bayt somehow. But the younger kids need to know. They don't understand Urdu, they don't understand Farsi, they don't understand Arabic. They need information in English. Why don't we give it to them? You see how we can get these stories, we can get these things and do something as a charitable cause that is continuously gets us the reward while that book exists. I'll die tomorrow, but that book exists and gets me thawab, gets me income basically, and that income is the rewards. A person comes to Imam Hassan alayhi salam. Let's have salawat by his name. He comes from Sham. So you can see how much he has hate toward anybody who has relationship to Ali ibn Abi Talib. So much hate, so much. He goes around and he finds Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba alayhi salam, he with people around him, he start cursing Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam into his face. It's very difficult. We talk and we move on. But think somebody comes to you and start cursing your father into your face. Or accuses your mother of na'udhu billah haram. What would you do in return? What would you do in return? Killing is the first step. I mean, that is not something. Killing is the first step. People want to do something toward this person. Imam says, no, let him finish. How do we have, again, 4 ways to react? Number 1, he cursed my father. I'm going to curse the hell out of your father also. And I'm going to put 10 more on top of it. You curse Ali ibn Abi Talib, Khalifatullah, Amirul Mu'mineen, master of the faithful. You're dead. That's one way. Second way, 10 curses, 10 curses. Third, forgive him. But again, may our life be sacrificed for the Ahlul Bayt. Imam did the 4th. Imam said, it seems that you are a stranger in this town. If you would like, I can take you to home. If you don't have clothes, I will clothe you. If you are thirsty, I'll give you water. If you are hungry, I'll give you food. If you need ride, I give you a horse. What do you need? At the same moment, this person changed 180 degrees. He said, you are Khalifatullah. I was wrong completely. Within a matter of minutes, akhlaq. Find me one leader within an Islamic country who treats his constituent the same way that Ali ibn Abi Talib and Hassan alayhi salam and Imam Hussein did it. 1. ادفع بالتي هي أحسن. Repel with what is the best. Imam could have said, okay, I'll forgive you. It's okay, don't worry about it. You just go, you're a stranger. It's okay, you're being forgiven. No, I'll do good for you. I'll clothe you. I'll give you water. I'll give you food. Whatever you need, I'll help you because you're a stranger here in my town. Who is these stories for? They didn't do it for the sake of just doing it. They are leaving a legacy behind for you and I to apply it. For you and I to teach all of these young kids and to tell them, when you say I am the follower of Hassan ibn Ali al-Mujtaba alayhi salam, you should be proud and you should be honored to be his follower. Why? Because this is how Imam Hassan alayhi salam treated his worst enemy. They keep reading about Shakespeare and Harry Potter and all of these fiction books. These people become their role model because I have not done my job in writing the stories of Ahlul Bayt in a way that becomes a bedtime stories, or they don't have any book for them to read the stories of Ahlul Bayt in English. Money, it's mine. It's my money. Where do they have to get these books? Where they have to be educated about the love of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. One Sunday a week we bring them here, and the organizers of the school. Parents come late, they're not working with them, they're not doing their homework, they are not paying attention. We ask the parents, please help us with your kids. They come one Sunday, inshallah, after 1 year, he's going to become marja' taqleed. No, he's not going to become marja' taqleed. With one Sunday a week, 4 or 5 hours, he's not going to come. I had this scenario. A person came and told our principal that I'm bringing my son. I want within this 1 year, I want him to become like Sheikh Mustafa marja' taqleed. I told him all of his statement is wrong. First of all, Sheikh Mustafa is not marja' taqleed. Number 2, Sheikh is just a normal Sheikh. Number 3, within 1 year, 4 hours in Saturday school, he's not going to become marja' taqleed. If you don't work with him at home, if you don't give him enough tools, enough information for them to read and be proud of their faith and their religion. This is Hassan ibn Ali that we follow, that we are celebrating his birth tonight, and we have decoration, and we wear new clothes. But that new should come to our hearts, to our akhlaq, with dealing with other people. Let's get to some ahadith, and we're running out of time. قال الحسن عليه السلام. Let's have salawat by his name. لا تعاجل الذنب بالعقوبة. If you see somebody is committing a sin, don't rush toward punishing them. وَاجْعَلْ بَيْنَهُمَا لِلْإِعْتِذَارِ طَرِيقًا. Leave a room for them to ask for forgiveness. This is what Allah does to us. If Allah wanted to punish us for every sin that I have committed, I should be destroyed by now. One sin, that's it, you're done. But He gives us time. Imam, didn't He give time to the person who sinned? Cursing Ali ibn Abi Talib is kufr. Bad mouthing Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam is kufr. And he's cursing him to his son's face. Imam, give him time to repent. How? By good akhlaq. Your kids they do something wrong, give them time to ask for forgiveness. Give them time to repent. Give them time to say, I apologize, I'm sorry. You did one mistake, punishment right away. Wife to the husband or husband to the wife, doesn't matter. لا تعاجل, don't rush toward punishing someone if they commit a sin. Give them time to come back and repent. More ahadith. There are many ahadith. Action plan. This action plan is good for you and good for all of us. Ahadith of Ahl al-Bayt. On the birth of Ahl al-Bayt, we're going to buy them a gift. Yes? Thank you, brother. Only one brother is going to do it. Yes? Tomorrow is the birth anniversary of the Imam. Buy them a gift. I know the kids are going very happy. And if you want to buy a gift for the Sheikh, also I'll take it, inshallah. Not a problem. Buy them a gift, and when you give them a gift, physical gift, give them a mental health gift also. One hadith of Ahl al-Bayt. We open a card, we put in their gifts, they have a card, write one hadith of Imam Hassan alayhi salam. When you give them with one hadith. Can we do that? How easy it is to spread the words of Ahl al-Bayt alayhim salam. We don't need millions of dollars. We don't need, no. You're giving gift to your friends, and you have the card in them. It's from Sheikh Mustafa. Thank you so much. Here's a hadith of Imam. They're going to keep that card. One hadith, two hadith, three hadith. Everybody starts sharing hadith. We're going to start living the life of Ahl al-Bayt alayhim salam and how they wanted us to live. Halakun nas fi thalath. We don't want to be destroyed. Destroyed not necessarily to die. No, that we don't have any status anymore within the community. That nobody wants us. Everybody hates us. We don't want to reach that level. Imam said, avoid three things and you are safe. Al-kibr, which we talked about it. Takabbur, being arrogant. Second, wal-hirs, greed, being greedy. Third, wal-hasad, envy. So let me see which one of these I have in me. Is it greed? Is it envy? Or is it arrogant? Any of them that I have to change. We run out of time because we have something else to do. Let me wrap it up with our action plans. Please, for your own sake, in this society that we are living, our kids are being bombarded with role models to have, with a lifestyle that they are promoting via Disney Channel and all of these channels that are out there. They are being bombarded with these role models. Not one time, two times, three times. Bombarded with role models that they should not have. When we tell them no to these role models, we have to replace them with someone. Because of these, we follow these role models that we have. And that needs an effort, an initiative, and creativity to bring them new role models for them to follow. Let's have a loud salawat. We can disconnect it.